Women's golf has a set of major championships which parallels that in men's golf, with the women's system newer and less stable than the men's. As of 2013, 5 tournaments are designated as majors in women's golf. LPGA Majors. Current position. The LPGA's list of majors has changed several times over the years. The two most recent changes were, in 2001, the Du Maurier Classic, held in Canada, lost its primary sponsorship after that country passed severe restrictions on tobacco advertising. The tournament, now known as the Canadian Women's Open, is still a regular event on the LPGA Tour, but no longer designated as a major. The LPGA elevated the Women's British Open to major status to replace the Du Maurier Classic. In 2013, the Evian Championship, held in France, became the fifth LPGA major. Known before 2013 as the Evian Masters, it is one of two events recognized as majors by the LPGA's European counterpart, the Ladies European Tour. The elevation of this event to LPGA major status and the name change were announced by the LPGA on July 20, 2011. As of 2015, the order in which women's majors are played: Anna Inspiration, Women's PGA Championship, US Women's Open, Women's British Open, the Evian Championship. Before the Evian Championship became the fifth LPGA major, the setup of women's majors closely paralleled that of the mainstream men's majors. In both cases, the United States hosts 3 majors and the United Kingdom 1. The Evian Championship, as noted above, is held in France. The US and British Opens, and the PGA Championship match the male equivalents. The Anna Inspiration is the closest equivalent of the Masters. The two tournaments share several characteristics. Both are the first majors of the respective seasons, and both are held at the same course every year. Unlike the mainstream men's equivalents, all but one of the women's majors have title sponsors. Each of the 5 majors falls under a different jurisdiction. The LPGA organizes the Anna Inspiration. Through 2014, it also organized the LPGA Championship, but effective in 2015 the tournament has been taken over by the PGA of America, the body that organizes the Men's PGA Championship, and has been renamed the Women's PGA Championship. The U.S. Women's Open is operated by the United States Golf Association. The Women's British Open is operated by the Ladies Golf Union, the governing body for women's golf in the United Kingdom and Ireland. The Evian Championship is operated by the LET. From 2006 through 2008, the winners of the 4 women's majors received automatic entry to the LPGA's season championship. The LPGA Tour Championship. Beginning in 2009, the Tour Championship extended entry to all players in the top 120 on the official LPGA money list. Starting in 2011, the Tour Championship was replaced by the CME Group title holders. From that point through 2013, the top 3 finishes at all official Tour events, including the majors, who had not already qualified for the title holders, earned entries. Starting in 2014, the LPGA adopted a points race similar in some ways to the PGA Tour's FedEx Cup. In the new system, officially called the Race to the CME Globe, the top 72 points earners during the season, plus all tournament winners, qualify for the renamed final event, the CME Group Tour Championship, in which the top 9 points earners will have at least a mathematical chance of winning the season title. History: 8 different events are classified as having been LPGA majors at some time. The number in each season has fluctuated between 2 and 5. The first tournament, which is now included in the LPGA's official list of major victories, is the 1930 Women's Western Open, although this is a retrospective designation as the LPGA was not founded until 1950. Women's Western Open, 1930 to 1967. Title holders Championship, 1937 to 42, 1946 to 66, 1972. US Women's Open, 1946 present. Women's PGA Championship, 1955 present. Du Maurier Classic, 1979 to 2000. Anna Inspiration, 1983 present. Women's British Open, 2001 present. The Evian Championship, 2013 present. LPGA Major winners. The Grand Slam. No woman who has completed a 4-major Grand Slam, much less one with 5 majors. Babe Zaharias won all 3 majors contested in 1950 and Sandra Haynie won both majors in 1974. During the 4-major era, 6 women have completed a career Grand Slam by winning 4 different majors. There are variations in the set of 4 tournaments involved as the players played in different eras. The 6 are Pat Bradley, Julie Inkster, Annika Sorenstam, Louise Suggs, Carrie Webb, and Mickey Wright. During the 5-major era, Inbee Park became the first woman to complete the career Grand Slam, even though there has been some debate surrounding whether Park has actually accomplished this feat, as she won the Evian Championship in 2012 before it officially became a major in 2013. LPGA acknowledged Park to have successfully achieved a career Grand Slam. The LPGA recognizes Webb as its only Super Career Grand Slam winner, since she's the only golfer to have won 5 events recognized by the LPGA as majors. Before the elevation of the Evian Championship to major status, the following was required for a golfer to win the Super Career Grand Slam: the Du Maurier Classic between 1979 and 2000, when it was recognized by the LPGA as a major; the Women's British Open in 2001 a later, and the other 3 then existing majors. Webb won the Du Maurier Classic in 1999 and the Women's British Open in 2002. Consecutive victories at a major championship. Multiple major victories in a calendar year. 3 victories 1950. Babe Zaharias Women's Western Open, U.S. Women's Open, and Title Holders Championship, 1961. Mickey Wright LPGA Championship, U.S. Women's Open, and Title Holders Championship, 1986. Pat Bradley Kraft Nabisco Championship, LPGA Championship, Du Maurier Classic, 2013. Inbee Park Kraft Nabisco Championship, LPGA Championship, U.S. Women's Open. Note these golfers are also included below in the 2 victories section. 2 victories: Anna Inspiration and LPGA Championship, 1986. Pat Bradley, 2005. Annika Sorenstam, 2013. Inbee Park. Anna Inspiration and US Women's Open, 1990. Betsy King, 2000. Carrie Webb, 2013. Inbee Park. Anna Inspiration and Women's British Open, 2010. Yani Singh. LPGA Championship and US Women's Open, 1958. Mickey Wright, 1961. Mickey Wright, 1974. Sandra Haynie, 1991. Meg Mallon, 1998. Sherry Pack, 1999. Julie Inkster, 2001. Carrie Webb, 2013. Inbee Park. LPGA Championship and Women's British Open, 2003. Annika Sorenstam, 2011. Yani Singh, 2015. Inbee Park. US Women's Open and Women's British Open never has occurred. Anna Inspiration and Du Maurier Classic, 1984. Julie Inkster, 1986. Pat Bradley. LPGA Championship and Du Maurier Classic, 1986. Pat Bradley. 1996. Laura Davies. US Women's Open and Du Maurier Classic never occurred. Women's Western Open and LPGA Championship 1959, Betsy Rawls 1963, Mickey Wright 1967, Kathy Whitworth. Women's Western Open and U.S. Women's Open 1949, Louise Suggs 1950, Babe Zaharias. Women's Western Open and Title Holders Championship 1946, Louise Suggs 1948, Patty Berg 1950, Babe Zaharias 1955, Patty Berg 1957, Patty Berg 1962, Mickey Wright. LPGA Championship and Title Holders Championship 1961, Mickey Wright. U.S. Women's Open and Title Holders Championship 1950, Babe Zaharias 1961, Mickey Wright. Record scores. The lowest score in relation to par recorded in a women's major championship was 19 under par, by Dottie Pepper at the 1999 Kraft Nabisco Championship, Karen Stupples at the 2004 Women's British Open, Christy Kerr at the 2010 LPGA Championship, Yanni Sang at the 2011 LPGA Championship, and Inbee Park at the 2015 KPMG Women's PGA Championship. The lowest aggregate score for 72 holes is 267, which was achieved by Betsy King at the 1992 LPGA Championship. The single-round scoring record is 61 by Kim Hyo-Joo at the 2014 Evian Championship. A score of 62 has been shot by Minaya Blomqvist at the 2004 Women's British Open, Lorena Ochoa at the 2006 Kraft Nabisco Championship, and Miriam Lee at the 2016 Women's British Open. Other regular tours. In men's golf, the 4 majors are agreed globally. All the principal tours acknowledge the status of the majors via the sponsorship of the official World Golf Ranking, and the prize money is official on the 3 richest regular tours. This is not the case in women's golf, but the significance of this is limited, as the LPGA Tour is much more dominant in women's golf than the PGA Tour is in men's golf. For example, the BBC has been known to use the LPGA definition of women's majors without qualifying it. Also, before the Evian Masters was elevated to major status, the Ladies Golf Union, the governing body for women's golf in the UK and Republic of Ireland and the organiser of the Women's British Open, stated on its official site that the Women's British Open is the only women's major to be played outside the US. The Ladies European Tour does not sanction any of the LPGA majors which are played in the United States, and only has 2 events which it designates as majors on its schedule, namely the Women's British Open and the Evian Championship, which is played in France. The Ladies European Tour had long tacitly acknowledged the dominance of the LPGA Tour by not scheduling any of its events to conflict with any of the LPGA majors played in the US, but that changed slightly in 2008 when the LET scheduled a tournament opposite the LPGA Championship. Also, while the LPGA Tour did not recognize the then Evian Masters as a major until 2013, it began co-sanctioning the tournament as a regular tour event in 2000. Because it was played the week before the Women's British Open, and the purse was one of the largest on the LPGA Tour, virtually all top LPGA players played the Evian Masters before its elevation to major status. The Evian Championship has now moved to September. The LPGA of Japan Tour, which is the second richest women's golf tour, has its own set of 4 majors: the World Ladies, the Japan Open, the JLPGA Championship and the JLPGA Tour Championship. However, these events attract little notice outside Japan, and to a lesser degree South Korea. Symetra Tour. Since 2006, the Symetra Tour, the LPGA's developmental tour known through 2011 as the Futures Tour, has designated the Tayton Amp Lyle Players Championship, an event which has been held since 1985, as a major championship. It was the tour's first $100,000 purse. Women's Senior Golf. Professional women's senior golf is in its infancy, and does not yet have a roster of majors. The Legends Tour, originally the Women's Senior Golf Tour, played its first season in 2001.